Hello, trans youth. My name is Erica, and I live in Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to be the new host on Fridays. The topic for this week is what kind of goals do you have? But before I talk about that, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I'm originally from Seattle. I grew up there and lived there most of my life around the Puget Sound. I lived in downtown Seattle for 2 years while attending college, and then decided to move to New York City. I've always had gender identity issues coming and going through my mind. Once in New York, I started meeting trans people and started my own transition about 3 years ago. I moved to Chicago 2 months ago and have met a lot of really cool people here as well. About goals and aspirations. I think our goals constantly change as we grow up. As a young child, I insisted on becoming a bus driver. And then later, I was going to be a musician and then an English teacher. Of course, none of those things happened. But now in my current stage, I feel more open to whatever life will bring me. I have a somewhat minimalist lifestyle. I don't like to buy lots of things that I don't need or use. I don't ever want to have a car. I don't want to buy a house or own land or have a yard to take care of. I don't feel the need to climb the corporate ladder and make lots of money, although I've certainly done that to some degree in the past. For a long time, my goals were just to transition and to live successfully as a woman, to mesh into cisgender society and have every bit of experiences that naturally born women do. The environment in which I transitioned was filled more with normalish cis women and not so many trans and queer people. So my identity was a lot more binary identified than a lot of people I know. But now, after living with myself for 3 years, I'm a bit less concerned with whether I pass as a cis woman or not. I'm more interested in the people I have close to me in my life and the experiences I have. I'd like to be around lots of loving and supportive people, which may or may not include having a family and children. My partner and I both struggle with gaining acceptance from our biological family. She says that we must make our own family. I've started to really take that to heart. What my parents think of me and what I'm doing with myself are less important to me than they used to be. I feel like that since I'm not really dealing with transition-related issues on a day-to-day basis, I'm more free just to live my life. I do have some professional goals that I'm working on. I'd like to be making enough money to live comfortably and meet my needs without having to always be worrying about my bank being overdrawn. But I'm not very picky about how that will be achieved.